Hey, hi guys. If for any chance I decide to keep this up and you're watching the replay, type replay. Really, it's going to depend on what I say and how much information about myself I give away. So if you are on live, you can go ahead and type hi. Hey, Angela. I'm going to give it a few seconds just to let more people come on because I might not keep this up. It just really depends on how much information of myself I give away while I do this, and if I feel comfortable keeping that information out there. So hey guys, hey Keyshawn, hey Ebony. Some of the names I can't pronounce, so if I don't say hi to you, I am saying hi to you. I just don't want to mess your name up. I'm so sorry. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna give it 1 minute and then I'm gonna get started. Make sure you have paper and pencil or pen or whatever because I'm going to be giving a lot of good information out today. Hey, Jaquina. Make sure when you come on, say hi. Ooh, I'm hot. Hot. How was your day today? How was it? Take this jacket off. It's hot. Hey, Brittany. How was your day? Hey, Kamisha. If you guys are in my phase one academy, I sent the email out earlier today to you guys, so make sure that you check that. If you didn't get it and you are in phase one, check your spam. Make sure that you save bossladybz@gmail.com. Busy, yes, I understand busy. I do, I promise. Busy. That's like the word for entrepreneur. Like busy is unanimous with entrepreneur. That's what we do. Busy. All right. So let me turn this down because I don't want that distraction. That's why in phase two, and when you meet with me, I talk a lot about time management and controlling your own schedule. It took me years to figure this out. So again, if you guys are in phase one, I sent out an email this morning. Check your email. Check your spam if you didn't get anything and you are in phase one. Now, if you're in phase one and you're on to phase two, you probably didn't get it. But if you're like in phase one, in the beginning of phase one, you probably got the email. So I have my notes here as always because I don't want to ramble. I have a lot of information to get to you guys, and I like to keep it like bullet points so that I don't forget anything, so that I don't jump from A to Z to R to T to M, so it's like laid out like that for me. And it's a lot, so I don't want to, wait too long. So if you know somebody that is in this group that is not on right now, tag them. And if you are new to the group, just a little bit about me. I'm the creator, Maria, of Boss Lady University. I have this group, which is specifically for starting your PNCC and CCC agency. And then I have another group that a lot of you guys are in, Boss Lady University, and that's just teaching how to have an online business. Right now, the focus is having an Etsy store. So, I am a mother of four. I am married. I've been married this month is 11 years, and I am a serial entrepreneur. I have three businesses with several different Etsy stores, and other things on the side that I really, they're things that bring in money from time to time, but they're not my main thing. So I have 10 years of experience in the PNCC agency. I started off personally as a client 10 years ago. My daughter is 10, and I was pregnant, and my friend was working at a different agency. Then I started working at that agency because I loved what the program was doing. And she started her own, went to work with her, became program manager. She ended up closing hers, and I opened my own in 2014. So I've been, like I say, I'm familiar with this business, been in it since 2011 when my daughter was born, and I love it. And I created Boss Lady University, I want to say in 2016, 2015, 2016, teaching women how to also open the same agency. So that's a little bit about me if you are new. You probably already know about the two different phases. Phase one, starting the application and getting approved. Phase two, running and operating your business. So tonight we are talking about the secrets to six figures. So if you are in phase two, I am going to be creating a video and creating a worksheet and going deeper into this topic. Today, I am going over, how many is it? 15 secrets to six figures. Like, you know, really up here, right? And then in phase two, I'm going to dig deeper into, application. But have your pencil, pen, paper out so that you can just, I'm going to say number one and what it is, and like whatever notes you write, you can, but have these 15 different things, write them down because they're important. They're really, really important for you to become successful and to get to six figures. Okay. So, number one, and these are things that I've learned over the way, on the way. These are also things that I've learned from reading, listening to podcasts, talking to different people, been in mentorships. Like I've been an entrepreneur for my oldest is 18. I would say maybe about 15 years. I've been an entrepreneur trying to figure out what my it was. Finally found it. And yeah, so these are all the things that I've learned throughout my journey. So number one, the first secret to success. I wish I could turn my airplane mode off, all these notifications I'm getting. Successful people, which is you and me. Yes, you guys and me, successful people, we take 100% responsibility of our own life. 100% responsibility of our own life. What does that mean? That means the good and the bad. So, of course, when it's the good, it's easy. Like, oh, yeah, I made this amount of sales, or I grew my business to this, and, all those good things. Hey, Tanika, you made it just in time. I'm on number one. The number one is successful people take 100% responsibility in their life. So, yeah, the good stuff is easy, but the bad stuff too. If a business fail, or if we have to fire somebody, or if somebody quit because they didn't agree with you, if the economy go bad, or if the government do something, change something around, we're not pointing fingers at things. We're taking 100% of responsibility of what's going on in our own life and make course corrections. So it was my decision to start this business. It was my decision to hire her. It was my decision to let her go, or it was my decision to get on this platform. So whatever happened based on my decisions, I'm still going to take 100% responsibility in what's going on in my life. So that's important. Successful people take responsibility of what's going on. We're not going to finger point. We're not going to, that could have happened because of something, but what led to that, down that path. So take responsibility as an entrepreneur, what happens in your life. Okay. Number two, and I don't want to rush through here, but like I said, it's 15. And also, I got a little point here. If it's meant to be, y'all know this saying, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. How successful you are and your business are is up to us. Okay, I'm gonna dig deeper into that as we go through these points. So if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Okay. Number two, decide what you want, right? That's huge. So we can say we want six figures. We can say, we want a successful business, or we can say, like, if it's a specific car or a specific house or to live a certain place, be specific in what you want and write it down. Write it down and make it plain. And I might go a little bit ahead and I might say some things in different points again, but this is just my thoughts on this point here. Write it down and make it plain. When you fail, this is a saying that I actually have on my wall. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. What are your goals? What are your actionable steps to get to these goals? And I got a funny story that is actually going to be on number four, because the next two is associated to this. So set a goal and write it down so that you can track it, so that you can know where you're going, so you can create that path to get to that goal. It's super important to write it down. You have it in here all day. You need to get it down on paper. My pastor would say all the time, write it down and make it plain. Write it down and make it plain. Don't keep it up here. Write it down. What is your goal? Okay, that's number two. Decide what you want. Set your goal. Number three, believe it's possible. You got to believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you. You got to believe it's possible. And this is another funny story I was going to talk about. This is one I just thought of. When I first started on my journey of entrepreneurship, like I said, it was 15 years, 15, 16 years, somewhere around there. I started doing Avon. And my grandmother was an entrepreneur. She had a daycare. So I knew that I wanted to be a business owner. I just didn't know what. So I did Avon, I did Mary Kay, I did Melaleuca, I did Beachbody, which is fitness. Of course, I created my PNCC agency. Like I've done so many different things along the way. And I remember my family would always tease me because I was not on the normal path of what most people do: go to school, graduate, go to school for college, get a career, da da da. I ventured off that path. So it was not normal. 15 years ago, becoming an entrepreneur was not a thing that Black women really did, right? So they teased me. They did not get it. I was no longer working at a university. I was no longer working at like Res Care. And they would call me Tommy from Martin. They'd be like, you know what? Call Maria. She can help you because she don't have a job. They'd be like, you ain't got no, that the joke, right? So I was the butt of joke for years. They did not believe in what I was trying to do, what I wanted, but I believed in me. I knew what my goals were. I knew what I wanted to accomplish. It did not matter what they thought, because I tell you now, they see it. Every single person that comes to me like, oh, I'm so proud of you, and you're doing da 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 da. But they were not there in the beginning when I was busting my butt trying to make this stuff happen. They were teasing me. So believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. See it. Um, I got a quote here from Napoleon Hill, and when you guys, one of the things I'm going to talk about is reading books. Want to write this book down. Think and Grow Rich. I have that on one of my in my Audible, and I also have the book, and we're going to talk about books and stuff like that. But Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, you can achieve." So believe it's possible, have that goal. And then number four, visualize your success. This is where having a vision board comes in. I know we all have like vision parties. Churches do vision parties. We cut out this stuff in the magazine, paste it. And the funny story I wanted to talk about that is I have my friend, she know I share this story, right? So because we went to the same church, and she had her vision board and she had it on her wall, and she had this car, she had this house, she had all these different things. She was believing for it. And I asked her, I was like, oh, that stuff is cool. So what are you doing to get it? And she was like, what? Okay, you're visualizing it and you see it, but what are you doing to get it? Like, what are your steps? And she was like, I didn't know that's what I had to do next. All she had was she visualized it, which is good. And I visualize stuff all the time. And I love Facebook when Facebook memories come up. And I posted stuff like 10 years ago, 7 years ago about being six figures, claiming six figures, claiming being successful, teaching people, doing all these things. I love seeing that, right? Because it comes up because I put it out there. I had it on my wall. I had scriptures on my wall supporting my goals and my dreams. The truck that I have right now, in one of my visual albums on Facebook from like, I've been married 11 years, so this had to be like 13 years ago. This is the truck that I wanted 13 years ago. I have it now. I visualized it. I put it there. I put it out there. It didn't have to take that long, but I got the truck. And yes, it's not a 2021 because the truck that I got, I don't like the 2021. I like the year that I liked and I went and got that year. I visualized it and then I made steps. Like I took the steps to make it happen. So visualize it, write it down, make it plain, believe in it, know your why, because your why is going to help you during the tough times. Tough times are going to happen. Like even still, um I finally made it to 5 figures, right? I made it to 5 figures a month. So this is what I've been planning for years. Years. This is one of the goals that I had. 6 figures. I want to make 6 figures. We know that 6 figures is, I think it's $8,333 a month to get to 6 figures. Um, I passed that, right? So I wrote it down, I made it plain. That journey was not easy. A lot of times, and actually, one of the lives that I went in a couple of weeks ago, if not a month ago, sometimes I still sometimes want to go back and get a job because I'm like, that having a 9 to 5 is something that's solid and concrete, not as much as it used to be, but like that's a guaranteed paycheck. Being an entrepreneur, you got to bust your butt sometimes, you got to make it happen. So when you know your why, that's going to help sustain you to keep you going. And my why for me is building a legacy for my kids. My daughter is in school, freshman in college right now. She's seeing what I'm doing and she's creating, like, she's going to school to be a doctor, but her goal is to open her own practice, not just to work for somebody else. So, my goal and all that I do is my kids and creating a legacy for them, teaching them everything that I know so that they have possibilities. They don't have to be on that same path as everybody else. So know your why. That's going to keep you going. My 8-year-old son just came to me yesterday, and I don't know if this was something with school, if they were asking or what, because he's never asked me this question before. And he was like, "Mom, what do you do?" He was like, "I know you have a spa boutique, but I know you do something else too. Like, what do you do?" So I sat and had the conversation with him. Like, he know I'm a business owner, but he really wanted to know what I do. So I'm putting seeds, planting seeds, so and watering these seeds and having these conversations because I'm creating this legacy for my kids. That's my why. It keeps me going. I have not yet gone to go get a 9 to 5, because my why is to build this legacy. So know your why. Okay. Let's see. Number 5. So, recap, real quick. Number 1, take 100% responsibility of your life. Number 2, decide what you want, set your goals. Number 3, believe it's possible. Number 4, visualize your success. And then number 5, act as if it happened. Right? Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all all heard fake it till you make it. This is something I heard at church sometimes, when we have entrepreneur workshops or whatever, or, throughout the years, fake it. And when I was in Mary Kay, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. And it's not necessarily fake it till you make it material things like, I mean, you can dress, but I'm not about to go get the most expensive dress or the most expensive handbag, the most expensive car. That's not what it's talking about. Fake it till you make it. Visualize, claim it. Quick story about this one. I just applied, I think it was 3 weeks ago, for a mentorship that is crazy expensive. Like, it blew my mind how much it is, right? And I really wanted to be in this mentorship. And it's an application process. And I had my interview and it went well. And I was talking to my husband about it. And I'm like, man, if I make it this, and if I make it this, and if I make it, this is what like one of the roles I'm gonna have, and I'm gonna do this. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep talking as if I don't have it. I'm about to change my language and I'm talking as if I have it. I got this. I'm in this apprenticeship. I'm in this mentorship. I have it. And when we start, this is what I'm doing. Like, my language changed and I made it. Like, I got the phone call. What is today? Friday, 2 days ago. I was the number one pick in this mentorship. Like, change how you talk. Like, don't say, "Oh, I can't wait till I'm a successful 6 figure businesswoman." You are a successful 6 figure businesswoman. Start talking like that. Start talking about, there go my car right there. Like, if whatever kind of dream car you got, there go my car. I see you. There go my house. There go my this. There go my, like, speak it into existence. And I actually like that better than fake it till you make it. Speak it into existence. Believe it. You already believe in it. You visualizing it. Talk it into existence. Put it in your mind. You thinking it. You visualize it on your vision board. You see it. Go make it happen. Talk about it as if it has happened already. And that's going to change your mindset, and you're going to be driven, and you're going to make it happen. Okay. So act as if it has happened. Speak it into existence. That's number 5. Number 6 is a tough one. I, I don't struggle with this anymore, actually, but I did. You have to be willing to pay the price. Not talking about monetary, not talking about like going to go buy something, whatever. The price of successful entrepreneurship, get into that 6 figures, that price is blood, sweat, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears. What are you willing to sacrifice? Time, like building what I built, and I'm not done. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. I wake up thinking about my business. Throughout the day, I'm thinking about my business and growing I should say businesses and growing them. I go to sleep at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes, working on my business. Sleep, what is that? What is a TV show? I watch TV sometimes, but for the most part, I'm grinding. I'm sacrificing time to build what I want, to see that legacy that I'm trying to create for my why. That's why that why is there. It's going to help you. Why are you doing this? That's going to help keep you going. Why am I up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Because I'm building this legacy, because I'm making it happen for my kids, right? So willing to pay the cost, have those long hours, focus, waking up early. This not my story. I don't wake up early. Um, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Find out what worked best for you. Waking up at 5 o'clock was not what was best for me in my life, because I woke up with an attitude. It didn't matter what time I went to sleep. I'm not an early riser. I am what do you call that? A night owl. I prefer to stay up until 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes 6, 7. Done that before. Sometimes I'll not go to sleep. I'll do that. Don't wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm wake up with an attitude. So find what works best for you. But the price, you just have to be willing to pay the price. What are you willing to pay to get to your goals? It's not going to be easy. It's not a get quick rich thing. You have to build it. You have to be consistent. You have to get there. And your why is going to push you. Um, so what are you willing to give up? Number 7. We're going kind of fast. What time is it? Number 7, um, feel the fear and do it anyway. And I talked about this in one of my lives. Do not let fear stop you. We all get fearful. Successful people, we all get fearful. Like, some of this stuff be scaring the mess out of me. Being in this internship, or I keep saying internship, but this mentorship, some of the stuff that they're going to request of me to do, like go out and speak in front of people in person. I said, this right here, I could do this all day. I could talk to you visual, like on here, on Zoom. I could teach anything. You want me to get in front of people, a lot of people, and talk to a lot of people? Like, that's, I'm sorry, my comfort. I'm scared of that, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because my goal is success. And you have to define what your success is. Everybody's success is not the same. That's a subjective word. My success might not look like your success, might not look like somebody else's success. So, you know, um, do it anyway. Be scared and do it anyway. Early bird gets the worm. You go ahead and get that worm. I'll get whatever the night owls got, or I'll stay up and get the worm and then go to sleep. So we all have fears. We all have that self-doubt. We all have the fear of the unknown. I don't know if this gonna work. I don't know if this gonna fail, right? I don't know, but do it anyway. Do it anyway. In the midst of your fear, do it anyway. Do it scared, and make it happen. So, number 8, seek mentorship. So like I just said, I just got into this mentorship. I am so like y'all don't understand how excited I am about this mentorship. I can't talk much about it because it's exclusive and they want to do like a grand announcement in January or something like that. So I can't speak too much about it, only to like family and friends. But at every level that you get to, you should have a mentor that's doing what your next goal is. So for years, my goal was six figures. That's all I talked about. Six figures, six figures, six figures. I posted about it. I had pictures about it on my Facebook. Even if you guys go back and look at all different stuff that I posted throughout the years, six figures. That's the surrounding thing, like six figures. My mind now, I'm shooting million. Like my goal is million, right? I'm million. So I have a mentor who is a millionaire, who her mentor is a billionaire. Like I'm changing my circle. I'm changing my thoughts. I'm changing my processes. I'm learning from people who are at where I want to be. Okay. So it's not six figures no more for me because I hit that. Now I'm like, okay, well, with four kids and all this that I'm doing, that's not enough for me no more. I'm shooting for millions. Like that's my goal now. So mentorship is necessary to become successful. You have to learn from somebody. We all learn no matter what stage we go to. So to be a successful six-figure business owner, you have to always be learning. You have to always be reading. If you look up any successful person and you look at their habits, they're reading, they're learning, they have mentors. We're always learning. Always be a learner. You don't know everything. And the more you learn, you'll realize you don't know everything. You'll realize how little you know. And it's like, oh, I learn something every day. Be a lifelong learner. Have mentors. Mentors are vital in being successful. I stepped out on faith and did my business. I've been very successful because it's been very stressful because I have no residence, but I'm open. Just keep pushing, Seville. Just keep pushing. And this is actually going to be number 15. I'm going to talk about that, but keep pushing, keep learning. So what you have to do now is you stepped out on faith and you walked and pushed past that fear. Now you have to learn the skills necessary to run that business and to make it successful. That might mean you need a mentor in whatever that business is. Find somebody who's successful, have them be your mentor in that business. What did they do? How did they do it? That you have to get those skills. And sometimes, you might not be able to find that on YouTube or on Google. That's why mentors are vital to being successful. Um, Nobody knows everything. So learning from somebody else is going to help you become successful because they're learning from somebody else and that person is learning from somebody else. Everybody, even the top 1% of people, they're always learning. They're learning from somebody else. They're teaching along the way, but they're also learning. Okay. Um, I did that. You scammed you out of 6,700. And this is why I talked about, was this yesterday in that housekeeping? Y'all, do your research before you pay out something like that. Talk to past students. Just like before we even go buy anything on Amazon or you go buy anything on online, we're reading reviews. And I say, oh, I like this. But then I look at a picture with somebody and it's this little and they say, don't get scammed because it's a trick. I'm not gonna buy it. Before you pay out money to anybody, even me, which is why I put testimonials out. I have people comment, like I have this group and we interact. Talk to people who are a student or have been a student to somebody who before you pay money. That's a lot of money to just lose out on. And I do hope you get that back. But do your research. Please do your research. Um, Number 9, have enthusiasm. High energy, productive. So like everybody's high energy is different. Like this right here kind of is my high energy. Like I'm not one of those bubbly people and like that's not me. My high energy is at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going, I'm typing, I'm creating, I'm this. Where did I get that energy from? I don't know. It's the passion that I have for this. I love what I do. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm creating, my academy, or I'm adding something to it, or I'm creating an email or whatever. Like I have high enthusiasm when it comes to being productive, right? When it comes to teaching this. Like, I be tired. I sometimes I don't want to come and do this because I'm tired. I had a long day. I got the kids. I'm trying to just chill. But my passion for teaching, I come on here. And I'm excited when I'm here. Like, I start talking to y'all and teaching y'all this stuff. That passion, that enthusiasm for what I'm teaching is coming out because I want you guys to be successful. I want y'all to have the 5-figure months. I want y'all to have 6-figure months. And actually, in the group that I'm in, as far as this mentorship, my mind stretched because one of the ladies that's in the group that we're going to be learning from, she had a $2 million month. Never would have thought that's a possibility, right? Like, I'm like 6 figures by December. That's my goal. Nah, when your mind, you put yourself in different circles and you start to expand, you'll be amazed at what you start to see. Now I know that 2 million, 3 million in a month is possible. You best believe I'm about to have that on my next vision. Like, okay, what I need to do to make this happen? Who can I learn from? Like, I'm putting myself in places to make this stuff happen. But I didn't jump from making 300 or 2,000 a month to 2 million in a year. I mean, in a month. I'm growing this and I'm building, and it's not a, like I said, get real quick, get rich. Like, it's work, it's a process, it's a being consistent. It took me 6 years to get here. I started my different businesses, and when I say 5 figures that I made in one month, this is in one business. Y'all know I have multiple, but I bust my butt every day. I bust my butt every day. I'm having meetings, I'm creating stuff. I had to go get a maid and I had to get meal preps because I don't have time to clean up this house or cook. I don't have time. I'm building this legacy. So help me and, resource where you can. Don't stress yourself out on the minor stuff. Like, if you can't make those dinners every night, hire somebody who can. That's a tax write-off anyway. If you can't get your office straight or your house to stay clean, get a maid. It's a tax write-off anyway because you work from home. Be smart. That's going to take your taxable income down. Be smart about that. So have enthusiasm, have the drive to make happen what you want to see happen. Whatever that goal is, have, oh, sorry, my dog is right here. Inside. Thought she was trying to use the bathroom in here. Inside, Bella. Okay, so yeah, enthusiasm, right? Let's see where we at. Number 10, commit to constant improvement. We talked about that a little bit already. Always be on the search to improve. Always be on the search to learn something new. Always be on the search to improve your skills. If you don't know how to email market, learn about email marketing. If you don't know how to get clients, learn how to get clients, like in the standpoint of how do you market to them? How do you do advertising? How do you build your brand? Like, always be learning. Always be learning. That should be a shirt. Always be learning, right? That's going to be that constant improvement. Try to always be a better version of yourself. How can I be better today? How can I grow today? Every single day, ask that to yourself. How can I be better? How can I grow? What can I learn today? Always be growing. Okay. Let's see. Number 11, have healthy habits. It took me a while to get here. I'm still going through. This is still a process for me as far as being organized. That's one thing in this mentorship. That was in my interview. I'm like, I need help with that. Like, I can teach that all day, but applying that for myself is hard. So healthy habits. So some bad habits is like watching too much TV, smoking, drinking, drugs, not exercising, not eating healthy. You want to be successful. If you go look at successful people, what they gonna say? They work out, they're eating healthy because that all go up here. Your body have to feel good. Like, if you're dragging and things like that because you done had McDonald's all day, that's not gonna help your mind with becoming successful. That's not gonna help you think of new ideas. So healthy habits, reading, listen to podcasts throughout the day. How many self-development books or skill books can you read in a month? Start reading books. Start listening to podcasts. Watch YouTube videos. Like, if you're in the academy, go over the videos. Like, always learn, like, improve. have those healthy habits. Um, a six-figure mindset involves having successful daily habits. Okay, so you have to work on your habits. You have to work on your time management. And this is where it was saying, like, learn what works best for you. If you can wake up at 5 a.m., pray, meditate, whichever one you do, journal, like, calm yourself to get ready for the day. If 5 a.m. is your time, let that be your time. If 9 a.m. is that time, let 9 a.m. be that time, and then be super productive throughout the day. And like I said, sometimes I'm up to 3 o'clock in the morning because I prefer to work later versus getting up earlier. You'll see all type of people say 5 a.m. club, 5 a.m. club. Y'all can have that 5 a.m. club. It does not work for me. I'm okay with that. I built my life to be able to wake up when I want to wake up, and thank God for my husband because he get the kids to school. When it was my turn, they was always late. They was always late because and me and my son butted heads because he not a morning person either. Like we both got attitudes. Well, get dressed. I'm trying. Like in the morning time because like we're not morning people. This is not my lane. So my husband, he loves to get up early. He's that 5 a.m. person. Like he'll get up, he'll go and pray and do, things like that. That's his lane, not mine. So find what works best for you and make that happen. Successful habits. Let's see. Number 12, have a growth mindset. And that's still along the same line of healthy habits, be a lifelong learner, listen to podcasts, have mentors. But the main thing in this, never stop. Never stop. Keep going. It's not always going to look like you want it to look like, but keep going. Be a lifelong learner. And this bleeds into the next one of number 13, embrace failure. We fail. It's okay. Create something, like work it a different way. Be like, you know what? When Avon didn't work for me, I started Melaleuca. Melaleuca did work for me. I did Mary Kay. That didn't work for me because like I moved. I'm still kind of a Mary Kay salesperson, but just so I can get my product for 50% off. I don't sell it like and do parties and nothing like that. But when it did not work for me, I had a plan B or a plan C. Now I am where I am. I found my lane. I'm a teacher. I always knew that was my passion. I went to school for the first 3 years to be an elementary education, like an elementary school teacher. I didn't want that. I did a practicum and internship in the school. I was like, you know what? No, this not for me. But this is my passion teaching, and I changed it to community education so I can teach in the community. This is my lane. So throughout your failure, don't stop. Keep going and find what works. Okay, so never stop. And then I did put another quote, and this one is from Winston Churchill. Success is going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Through everything, when I started Beachbody, I was the best Beachbody coach in the beginning because I was excited about fitness. I started Mary Kay. You couldn't tell me anything about like, oh, I'm about to make this makeup business successful. Like I had the enthusiasm behind it. I was doing parties. I with my kids, even my 18-year-old, when she turned 18, she actually went and started her own Mary Kay thing too because she saw me doing it and the enthusiasm was there. So through everything, have the enthusiasm and find what works for you. Okay, so find what works for you. Number 14, surround yourself around successful people. It's important. Now, I didn't, in my mind, I thought to go do it and I did not do it. But there's a saying about, look at your 5 friends or the 5 people closest to you. You're the sum of your 5 closest friends. So look at who you're surrounded by. If your goal is 6 figures, you need to be surrounding yourself around people who either has the goal of 6 figures and are taking action steps, not just always saying it and not doing it. Surround yourself around people who are there or they're on their journey to be there. Surround yourself around successful people. Surround yourself around people who have the same mentality of where you're going. Okay. That still happens to me to this day. Still happens to me this day. Surround yourself around people going where you're trying to go. Okay. Super important. And then the last one is the skill. So now you have all these habits, you have all these secrets and these habits to become successful. That's all great. But if you don't have the skill, what are you doing? So whatever it is, whatever that business is, and right now it's PNCC agency, um, or a daycare, whatever it is that you have, learn those skills necessary to make it successful. Learn how to obtain and keep clients. Learn how to run a business. Learn, like, this is why I kept saying be a lifelong learner. Learn how to use email marketing. Learn how to build your business credit. Learn all these things that was not taught to us in school. That just is not, it was not passed down generation to generation. Like, that stuff was not passed down. Learn it and then go teach your kids. And actually, I'm gonna have a live about that and put that down as one of my things about your kids and your business. Learn everything and then pass it on to somebody else, especially your kids. Don't let them be us where we're like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and we just learning some of this stuff. Like, man, why nobody telling me this? Well, my mama did not prepare me for this. That's not gonna be my kid's story. I'm preparing them for everything that I'm learning. So I'm always learning so I can pass that knowledge to them. Get the skill necessary to become successful at whatever it is that you're trying to be successful at. So that is my 15 secrets to six figures. If you are in the Phase 2 Academy, there's going to be more videos coming and worksheets and actionable steps to grow your business to six figures. I'm going to tell you do this, do this, do this to get to six figures. So if you're not in Phase 2, you need to be in Phase 2. I also said October 1st, I'm doing a raffle for everybody who's in Phase 2 by October 1st, going into a raffle to win a free branding photo shoot for your business. Okay. And also remember, everybody in Phase 2 get that vacation that I've been talking about. Email coming soon with the details. And yeah, that's it. So I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, go ahead and type, something, that it was helpful. Make sure y'all wrote this. I hope y'all wrote this down. I'm not sure if I'm keeping this up or not. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep it up by the end of the night. I'll decide by tomorrow morning if I'm taking it down or not. But you guys are welcome. You're welcome. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you guys develop some of these healthy habits, these 15 things necessary to become successful, to make it to six figures. You got all your notes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad this is helpful. You guys are welcome. Yeah, and stay tuned for more. I got more things coming up. I love coming on live with you guys. I'm almost feel like I'm neglecting my Boss Lady University group talking about Etsy, but I love this group but I don't love that group. I love you guys. Like, I can't wait to see you guys successful. I got more things in store for you. And yeah. So you guys have a great night. Um, Go ahead and write down, like, type in the group two things that you took away from tonight. Tell me two things that you took away that was very helpful to you. And thank you, Jaquina. Thank you. You guys have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.